competition video that I shot with Gab. So if you missed that video that went out Saturday night, I suggest you click up there right now, go and watch it, enter the competition, and then come back and watch this video. But yeah, anyway, I'm giving away this, which is a Roland B-Bar Fuzz clone made by Ian from Gigahertz Effects. He did my 10,000 sub one. This is really cool. It's got like a little pink wash haze to it. I think it was a bit of an accident, but I was like, you know what, I like it. Mid dip switch on it and a boost. So today I thought we would take a look at one of Angus Young's finest moments from the end of Back in Black. As always, tabs are on my Patreon. If you want to support me there, I would love that, because I can pay my gas bill and my little tits won't freeze off. Such a good solo. I mean, the first solo, whenever I play it, I just think, oh my God, he hits every single note. If he winged that and it wasn't pre-written, the man's a genius. Man's a genius anyway, what am I saying? But we're taking a look at one of the fiddly fast licks from the second kind of outro solo, right before it sort of goes to fade out. I think a lot of people get it slightly wrong. Not that you have to play everything note for note, but yeah, sometimes I think when you get into the head of a player and maybe get used to their habits, you might play what you think they did at certain moments, and when you discover something that's a bit awkward, you think, oh my God, I didn't realize they actually did that. It might open up a whole new world within your own playing, and then you start playing things slightly different. That's how it works for me anyway. If I learn a new lick and I think, oh, my fingers have never really worked in that way before, I tend to start doing things of a similar nature in my own playing. Anyway, let's get into it. It's going to be a good lesson. It's a super cool lick. Have fun. So here's the first part of the lick. So to begin with, we're going to start with a 15th fret whole tone bend on the B string. Then you're going to go to the 12th fret of the E, and then the 12th fret of the B, and then bend that 15 back up again. Once you've done that, you're going to let the bend down and then bend it back up again. It's really important that you keep the pre-bend release quite choppy and staccato, and then you bend it back up again. Then we have this little repetitive pattern. So all we're doing here is bending the 15th fret up a whole step and then down. But what we do with our pick is we touch the string in between the different notes, and it chokes the string. So what I've done there is I've played the note, brought the pick in. You can even use a little bit of the thumb as well to help deaden the note so it doesn't ring out like this, because that sounds really messy. With choking it, you can give the note definition. So it's like, oh, it's bent up, oh, it's bent down, rather than it being this kind of wave of uncertainty. It's quite tricky to do that, so you want to make sure you practice it a lot. It's good for practicing the accuracy of your bends as well, because if you're off, it's going to sound like a dead cat. So the second part of the lick goes like this. So it's a fast, repetitive lick, but it basically does the same thing twice in a row over two different sets of 3 strings. We start with a bar across the 12th fret of the E and the B, and you play the 12 on the E, and then we pull off the 15 on the B, so pinky to index finger, and then we go to the 14th fret of the G with the 3rd finger. As always, you can just practice things isolated so that you get them down. Once you've done that, you go back to the index finger on the B, on the 12, you play that note, and then you pull off the 14 on the G with the third finger to the 12, so you can do that same bar. And then we finish on the 14 on the D. And the same techniques of isolation can be applied to each half. So on the actual track, it sounds like he does a little bit of a rake from the 12 on the B through the G, then to the 14 on the D, like that. But I kind of like the extra pull off in there. It makes for a good little exercise. Then we bend the 15th fret of the high E up a whole step and down. You can give it a little bit of vibrato for a split second. But that's the second half. And the last part. This is the trickiest part, but it's also the coolest in my opinion. You start with that quick 15th fret of the E bend up, and we choke it at the top, and then we do 2 pull-offs, 15 to 12, third and first fingers. Then you go to the 15th fret of the B with the third finger, and then back to the 12 on the E. I like to go down, 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 up, but that's just me. Then we're going to do the exact same pattern on the 15th fret of the B, but the note we go down to on the G string is the 14 rather than like the 15. And we use the second finger for that. So it's 15 to 12 pull off, then 14 with the second finger. So after that, we go to the 15th fret of the G, blues note, with the third finger, and we're going to pull off to the 14, the second finger, and then pull off to the 12 with the index. Okay? It's a fast little thing. It's really cool. It's hard to hear on the record. It took me a lot of listens to make sure I got it right. So after these pull-offs here, a lot of people tend to go back to like a double pull-off, which sounds cool and you would assume that that's what he's doing, but I hear it as a single pull-off now from the 14 on the G to the 12, straight down to the D with the third finger on the 14, and then roll that third finger flat and pull off the 14 on the G again to the 12, and then the 14 on the D. So it's the exact same thing twice in a row. It's quite tricky. Some people might want to do it with third and second fingers, but I think for the speed and the hand position, it makes sense to go third finger flat and practice just pulling off with the pad, which you occasionally have to do. So from here, so that 14 on the D that we finished on is actually the first note of the next part. So we pull it straight off to the 12, and we hit the 14 on the A with the third finger, roll the finger flat and go back to the 14 on the D. All together that would sound like this. Now we're going to hit the 12 on the D with the index finger, and we're going to do it in a staccato, choppy fashion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, okay? Each time you can give it a little bit of a pull, and at the end a little bit of vibrato and slide it out. And here it is all together slow. Guys, we have got to week 3. I've managed to keep my finger fully pulled out of my arse and upload these videos just about on time. We're using the leap year as an excuse, and the other one went out at 1 minute to midnight, so if you've got a problem with that, then let's have a fight. In the meantime, when we're not having a scrap in the car park, you can enter this competition, linked here. I'll probably link it at the end of the video as well. Giving away this pedal. I'm ramming it down your throat one more time, because who wouldn't want to win a pedal that's worth over 300 quid just for commenting underneath a video, telling me your favorite use of fuzz in a song? I would. I'm expecting this video to go viral worldwide. And if it doesn't, yeah, we have to have another fight in the car park, aren't we? Anyway, I did something really cool at the end of my competition video with like a weird transition, so I'm going to try and do it again. See you soon, guys.